Good morning. Day 5. Day 5. I'm in North Dakota. I did 520 miles yesterday. Headed to a bunch of things. Who's that guy? Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt State Park. A bunch of different things there. There's a prairie dog town. The only thing about the Theodore Roosevelt State Park is the scenic loop. Part of the loop is under construction. You can't go through. What are you going to do? Oh, and the people in here said that the 94 is not always under construction. It's just happening now. It's not like a constant thing how like 95 is always under construction. So I'm going to a couple different places here. In North Dakota, and then I'm going to stop in a place in Montana, and then I'm going to stay in Montana in a different place in Montana. So off I go. Okay guys, I just noticed it's 43 degrees outside. So I mean it's like 9 a.m. so I'm hoping it'll get warmer, but yeah, 43. I probably should have went with the long underwear instead of the crop top, but like I said, I think it'll warm up because again, I checked where I'm going, I checked the weather, and in Montana today's high is 84. It's 84 and sunny in Montana. So no, that's right, 84 and sunny in Montana. I'm sorry guys, it's so dreary and stuff over there and chilly. I mean, again, it's 43. Look, it's already up to 46. Didn't I just say it was 43? Doesn't matter. Chilly this morning, but it'll be warm by the time I get to places. This is incredibly gorgeous. There is nothing in North Dakota, really. But it is so worth coming here just for all the nothing. It's gorgeous. I looked up Fargo last night, and Fargo is the largest city in North Dakota, so that's why, you know, probably should have stayed away from the largest city, but the largest city still, it wasn't crazy, but that's why Bismarck was not, like I said, it was like Ben Salem sized. But, like I said, there's nothing, but it's incredible. It's incredible. It's worth, I mean, I feel like this is fake. I feel like I'm looking at this and like this is fake, like an artist's painting or a puzzle I'm building or something. It looks fake. It's so incredible. And it's also up to 55 already, and I feel like it's been 10 minutes, but you know my concept of time. Taking all this in, it's like I said, there's nothing out here. If you want to stop places and see attractions, North Dakota's not for you. I mean, who knows though? The park, you know, I am going to a couple things here, but otherwise, I mean, this nothingness is gorgeous. I'm gonna flip the camera. Again, the bugs, my bad. I didn't need gas, so I didn't get it, but I mean, right, this looks fake. The other side's prettier, but I can't spin the camera that way. It's greener on the left. It's, you know, orangey over here, but this is the 94. Again, if you want to see attractions and stuff, fine, but if you want to take in America, I feel like this is what like the Serengeti looks like. I mean, with just the trees randomly and just the open. But yeah, I mean, if you're going from somewhere to somewhere, don't fly, man. Look at this. You miss this when you're flying. I mean, I'm sure you see it from above when you're flying, obviously, but what's it look like from up there? Look, there's just a house. Like, oh, hey, I live on all this. You know? It's incredible. valuables in your car, okay, fine, or stuff unsecured in your pockets. Literally, pickpocketing is a problem there. What did I say before I looked this up? What did I say the reason I left? I felt like I was going to get, I think I said like conned or pickpocketed. So again, it's taken me months. I mean, it sounds ridiculous to say months because you thought I was going to say years probably. But it's taken me months to trust myself again. And every time something like that happens, it strengthens my trust in myself, and I love it. Like the trust in myself is what has caused my panic disorder to be gone. And there's a whole reason trust because of this, because of that. I mean, maybe I'll get into it later if nothing's going on the highway. But like I said, it literally said that there's a problem with pickpocketing in Fargo, and that was the one thing I thought would happen. So, hey, I just saw a trooper sitting under there was a road going over this road, which there's not many of them, sitting there. I mean, I guess they do care a little bit about speeding. Again, it's a 75, but so I'm taking everything in. I literally looked down, I was doing 73. Yeah, the I-94 in North Dakota causes Julie to drive under the speed limit. That's how gorgeous it is. And I also realized I'm getting off exit 32, which means I'm only 32 miles from Montana. But the park is in, because this park is, see, I think I'm supposed to be getting 2 miles. That's where I am getting off. Getting off here. So we're gonna see the park, and then we'll be in Montana. Okay. This is prettier. I mean, I'm not going to compare it. It's a different kind of beauty. Guys, I forgot I bought that national park pass when I was out in Zion. So when I came here, I was like, can I just, like, this is like $30 to just drive through here. Just getting your vehicle in here is $30. And I was like, can I do the National Park Pass? He's like, yeah, just show it to me and give me your ID. So I did, and then he was like, have a nice day. Like, I completely forgot that I bought that pass because I think the park that I went to was $60 for the park, and it was $80 for the yearly pass if you something, whatever. So I spent $80 for it. So I already made my money's worth, $90. So I'm in the park. Should I be filming this? Don't worry, today's fire danger is really low. Oh, which again, it's 68 degrees and sunny now, but it was so windy where I was that I like jacket and I'm freezing, but 68 and sunny, and since the low wildfire, I assume that means it's not windy, and I don't see things moving, so yeah, gorgeous day. And I mean, I know I paid for that pass, but I feel like I got into the park for free. I mean, okay, technically this is a $30 scenic loop, so I might as well have the camera forward. Theodore Roosevelt National Park, by the way, is where we are. Danger, do not approach wildlife. Please approach me, wildlife. There's wildlife. Oh, I'm seeing a bison in the wild. We're all seeing this together. You see him up there? That is a wild bison. And I'm not going to approach that. I saw the stuffed one. It's huge. See all these specks? They're prairie dogs. I don't know what will happen if I try to go over to one. Oh, something happened. They all just got, look, oh my God, he's standing up like a prairie dog. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna get myself in a oh my God. Okay. Ready, guys? There's my pistachios. Alright. Think Zen. I think we're not going to scare them. I'm not going to shut the door because that would be loud. Oh. Already scattering to their holes. I'm doing that thing again where I'm walking on all this really high stuff. So. You see this? This is the kind of hiking I could do all day. I mean, it's a little sketch at times, but how cool is this? Is right there. Several rows are right here. Just a herd of bison. The whole reason I left prior to my intended departure date was because I didn't want to have to worry about the weather. And I'm not talking cold, but, you know, I didn't want to have to worry about snow. But I was talking to some people and they were like, yeah, again, like the other person said, Indian summer, like, it's hot here. Like, I'm in a tank top and capri pants, and I'm hot. It's 74 and sunny, and that's plenty hot. That's a summertime temperature. I think that's how hot it gets, like, around here. But people I was talking to were telling me, yeah, like, we could get snow in 2 weeks. Like, that's what I thought. Like, normally, it's cold, and I know cold, okay, my idea of cold. It's cold back home. It's cold in Philadelphia area right now. It's cold. Like, and I know y'all back there are dealing with, 50s, 60s, and rain for the past couple days. But I'm in North Dakota. And I'm in, like, North Dakota, I'm fairly certain. At least the top half of the state. And it's, like I said, 74 and sunny. And again, where I'm going to in Montana is in the 80s. So, like, hooray for me. I mean, I'm fully prepared. Like, I have snow pants and everything, and I'm really glad I didn't put the long underwear on this morning. Again, when you get up in the morning around here, and that's the difference, the days and nights are a big sway. Like, it's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Weather-wise, it's like September 26th. It's almost like they say October 15th is when the snow, you have to worry about that. That's 2.5 weeks. So I will be out of North Dakota I don't see any mile markers, but the last, there's an exit coming up. So I'll be out of North Dakota in 15 miles, which at over 70 miles an hour is less than 15 minutes. Theodore Roosevelt National Park, I don't know how many videos I can, because the overheating and the longer videos GoPro I can't upload here, so I don't know what y'all are going to see. I know I can make a post of pictures, because I took a ton of pictures there. It's crazy. I mean, I've finally seen wild animals. I don't know if that counts for wild animals because they're in a park, but, like, nobody feeds them. Nobody takes them to the vet. I feel like that's the wild. Prairie dogs, horses, wild horses, and bison. So again, North Dakota, I mean, it's stunningly gorgeous. The park is the park, and again, the park is just landscape. There's, like, pretty much nothing else going on. The town of Medora apparently had some stuff, but I didn't want to stop in it. So North Dakota, there's absolutely nothing in North Dakota, but it is well worth your time to drive through. Again, you're not going to hop on a plane and stop someplace. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't think you would enjoy it. Drive through it. It's been my favorite state to drive through. Not my favorite state, but it's not a flyover state. It's a drive-through state, and I mean, like, what did I say at the beginning? It's like 300. It's almost 400 miles long, but that's like doing like 70. 6.5 hours. No, I'd say it's like 6 hours. So you're doing like 75. Well, then it drops down. 6.5 hours to go all the way through the state as the 94 is construction again. And it's okay because you get a nice view while you're under construction and driving slow. And it's all different things. The flats, the hills, the mountains. I mean, okay, they're not like mountains yet, but I'm fairly certain there's mountains in Montana. Like ski type mountains, and that's where I'm headed. But again, it's also 80. So I'm going on the east now. Excuse me while I cross over the grass median that's been freshly poured and get on the it's a slow, not stop, sir. Sign guy. as I get on the east. But it doesn't matter because it's gorgeous. So, good job, North Dakota. I hope Montana will be as beautiful. And the first place I'm stopping in Montana is Billings. I'm stopping in Billings, Montana, and then I'm stopping in Bozeman, Montana. So, drive through North Dakota, it's gorgeous. As I pass Camel Hump Lake and Sentinel, B-U-T-T-E, at the place, the park, the place you go at the beginning of a park where they tell you things are. What are those places called? Something center. It doesn't matter. As I learned there, B-U-T-T-E is pronounced butte, not butt. Again, I've said this before, I read. Now, I'm actually, and it's interesting because I'm really good at pronouncing, like, people's last names and things like that. Like, people's last names, I'm actually, like, a champ in pronouncing people's last names. But, my whole life I thought they were called butts. But they're called buttes. And now I enjoy that even more, just like the gorge. A gorge and a butte. It's like they were named after what they are. Gorgeous and beautiful. Gorge and butte. It's fun. At least I didn't, no, I did. I said, oh, what's this butt? And they were like, butte. And I was like, that's fun. I'm glad. I said I read, so I don't know how to pronounce things. I don't watch videos. Anything. So, point of the story is, in case you didn't know, because I didn't, B-U-T-T-E is pronounced butte. You're welcome. I keep thinking I'm going to be done until Montana. But I'm passing an exit for what's called a home on the range. And what that is, which a woman told me about yesterday, is what do you call bad kids when you don't want to call them bad kids? Again, words I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm troubled. It's a home for troubled children. But it's like, I can see it. It's like a little compound. It's a compound for troubled children. And it's called a home on the range because it's like, you send your troubled child there and they put them to work on the range, like baling hay and feeding horses and taking care of whatever. And I think that's fantastic. I mean, you're either going to make a troubled kid much, much worse, but I think most of the time you're going to make them better. I mean, why are kids troubled to begin with? I mean, lack of purpose is one thing. Lack of, like low self-esteem is another thing. Like a sense of worthlessness, I feel like is the main reason that children are troubled. Like not enough attention, things like that. And I just feel like a work farm, as much as it sounds like slavery and child labor, is fantastic. Like I said, you're either going to send them over the edge or you're going to cure them. And I love that. And it's like the only thing off the exit. They're secluded from the real world and everybody else. And I just think more places like that should exist. Places that take someone who can't live in society, put them in a false society till they get their bearings and get their head right, and then release them back into the wild. I love it. Like and it's nice. It's for children. I think it's only for, no, it can't only be for boys. It might only be for boys. It doesn't matter. Home on the range. Look it up. I'm going to see if it's like a non-profit or not. When I get home, I'll give them money. I love that idea. So, that was exit 7 though, so I have another fly in here. So I'm definitely going to be out of North Dakota shortly. I think I had a good vibe when I got to the state. I can't remember. But it's a great state. Like I said, nothing, but it's a great nothing. See, and I just can't stop myself. There's just things. I forgot. Theodore Roosevelt National Park is in 2 time zones. The south part of the park is Mountain Standard Time, and the north part of the park is whatever an hour in front of that is. Central Standard Time? Whatever, point of the story is, every time I eat, I get the hiccups when I eat when I'm driving. Anyway, 2 time zones in the park. The north part the north part of the park is an hour behind the south part of the park. And the woman said to me, depending on like your cell phone carrier, some don't change, but some do. So like you'd be hiking, they warn you about it, because like imagine you're hiking and you're like, oh my god, I must be lost. I've been out here for 2 hours, and it's just, that's neat. I feel like they should move the time zone just a little bit to avoid that, although I guess it's better to have it in the middle of a park than like people's homes. So yeah, time zone fun.